The Grammy winner was known for songs like Don't Touch Me, and her long tenure at the Grand Ole Opry. Jeannie Seely has died at the age of 85. The country star died Friday, August 1st at Summit Medical Center in Hermitage, Tennessee, as a result of complications from an intestinal infection, her rep confirmed in a statement to People. Seely, who lost her husband Eugene Ward to cancer last December, had been battling health issues for much of 2025. She'd undergone multiple back surgeries this spring for vertebrae repairs, as well as 2 emergency abdominal surgeries, the statement read. At the time of her hospitalization, Seely had revealed she also had spent 11 days in the intensive care unit and suffered a bout with pneumonia. The country singer first found success with her 1966 song Don't Touch Me. Other songs included A Wanderin' Man, I'll Love You More Than You'll Need, and her 1969 duet with Jack Green Wish I Didn't Have to Miss You. Seely was also a dedicated member of the Grand Ole Opry and performed there over 5,300 times. Seely was born in Titusville, Pennsylvania in 1940 and was raised in nearby Townville. She was the youngest of 4 children. Her love affair with the Grand Ole Opry began when her family would gather around the radio to listen to their shows on Saturday nights. Actually, I knew at 8 years old what I wanted to be, Seely told People in 2022 about her country singing dreams. And I knew I wanted to be at the Opry. She was also inspired by the frequent singers who appeared on the program like Roy Acuff, Minnie Pearl, Ernest Tubb, Kitty Wells, Little Jimmy Dickens, and Gene Shepard. I just wanted to know them, she said. I wanted to be a part of that family that I heard every week. Seely began performing on local radio at age 11. After high school, she worked as a stenographer until, tired of snow, she moved to California in 1961. She worked at a bank, but feeling called to music, she got a job as a secretary at Imperial Records. Seely also started working as a songwriter. She wrote Anyone Who Knows What Love Is, Will Understand, with Randy Newman, and it became a hit for R&B singer Irma Thomas. She also wrote songs for Connie Smith, Dottie West, and Norma Jean. She signed her own recording contract with California's Challenge Records and headed to Nashville to record her first demos. In 1965, she moved to Nashville, the center of country music, full-time. When I arrived in town, I only had $50 and a Ford Falcon to my name, Seely told the Erie Times News in 2015. But within a month, Porter Wagoner hired me as the female singer for his road show and syndicated television series. Seely signed with Nashville's Monument Records and released 1966's Don't Touch Me. It became a hit, reaching number 2 on the US Hot Country Songs. She received Grammy nominations for Best Country and Western Recording and Best Country and Western Vocal Performance, Female, winning the latter. She was also nicknamed Miss Country Soul because of her soulful singing. The song's success also got her an invite to perform at the Opry. She had never even attended a show before. I was standing shoulder to shoulder in the wings with all my heroes, she said in 2022 of her first performance. I had never even seen them in person anywhere, even across the footlights. In 1967, she was inducted as a member. The Opry is just simply a way of life to me, she said. But she also helped modernize the stage show. At the time of her first performance, there was an unwritten dress code for women, who only wore gingham and long ruffled skirts. She took to the stage in a mini-skirt and faced rebuke from Opry manager Rot Devine after the show. I explained that I just moved here from California, and this is what everybody's wearing, she said in 2022. I said, you do know the trend is coming, and finally, just jokingly, I said, okay, I'll make you a deal. I won't wear any in the back door if you don't let anybody come in the front door wearing them because it's gonna happen. And he was like, well, okay. But just try to hold it down. Other women soon abandoned their ruffles. Seely also pushed for women to be able to host the Opry segments. In 1985, she became the first woman to do so, but only because the male host got stuck in a snowstorm. New management in 1993 finally changed the rule. I would go through and bring up the same points and always get told it was tradition or whatever, she said in 2022 of her drive for equality. She argued that a third of the talent pool was women, and they were being wasted, plus, all the women in the audience were being ignored. She knew that the Opry was too important as a flagship of country music. Somewhere there's a little girl listening who wants to be there as badly as I did. Seeley also had top 20 country hits with 1966's It's Only Love, 1967's A Wandering Man and 1968's I'll Love You More Than You Need. In 1969, she released Wish I Didn't Have to Miss You with Green. It reached number 2 on the country art and gave Seeley her 3rd Grammy nomination. They released multiple duet albums together, while Seeley also continued to release solo recordings. Seeley married country songwriter Hank Cochran in 1969. Her 1967 album Thanks, Hank was named for him because he'd written all the songs. In 1977, she was in a car accident. Her injuries included a fractured jaw, broken ribs and a punctured lung. Her career began to suffer in the years after. She and Cochran divorced in 1981, and she and Green ended their partnership the next year.